Hey everybody, glad to see you all again. So look, today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about one of my idols from learning guitar back in the late 60s, early 70s, throughout the 70s. You might have heard of his name, Nils Lofgren. Okay, you may know him because he's been one of the guitarists with Bruce Springsteen for decades. I mean, it could be 30, 40 years. But prior to that, because he lived in Maryland or outside of D.C., and I'm in Baltimore, his band, his first band, or one of his early bands, was called Grin, and they came in our neighborhood a whole lot back in those times where I was just learning to play guitar. So while I was learning to play Jimi Hendrix and Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, I was also learning from Nils Lofgren. His band was like awesome. It was three-piece for a while. He played a Strat. Just an amazing, amazing guitar player, and still is. And unfortunately doesn't get to show his expertise or how good he is with Bruce Springsteen. So I highly recommend some of the early Grin albums and also some of his solo work before he got with Bruce Springsteen, and that became one of his main things. He's been a solo artist all his life, but I was fortunate enough to see him up close when he used to have a little trampoline, and he would do flips. Get onto YouTube, look at some of the videos that are out there from those early days. His brother played with him for a bit, and they went to a four-piece band. And then different permutations. They never made it as big as they should have. But I'm in bands now that still play some of his music. So, if you want to add another guitar player, plays a Strat, and just has this monster technique. A matter of fact, not a guy that I'm totally familiar with, but I think he was also from the area too, and was a big influence to Nils Lofgren, was Roy Buchanan. He may have been in the area, and I know that there's some relationship there. So I'm going to go over to my amp, and I'm just going to play a little bit of a song that I loved, to jam on and play in a band many years ago that Grin played. And you can get just a little bit of an idea of, what he sounded like, although I don't have my Strat with me today. Oh, forgot to put up the screen. Oh well. Hope you like my house. All right, so it's jamming a little bit at the end, but the whole beginning solo is what he did do, pretty close to it, on that song, End Unkind, Nils Lofgren. 2 Plus 2, I believe, was the album. Check it out.